Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The numbers for Miller in last week's ball game: 9 catches, 51 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Off the play fake. Bradshaw throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bradshaw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. On the right side, this is Miller. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bradshaw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I think it's safe to say that, I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a give, it's Peyton. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. On the draw, here's Peyton. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out right at the 35.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere, the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll look to throw again.
Open man there is Swan, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Bradshaw. Over the middle here to Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Looking to throw. Bradshaw got a man. It's Swan, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Here comes the blitz and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Last week, they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. On 1st down, Peyton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. McMahon. He's got it complete to Clark.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 2nd down now, Peyton. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey.
And he will have the Bears 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the 1st down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. The throw over the middle taken in. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw on 2nd down. McMahon. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McMahon. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this off.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
This had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, McMahon. pressure, and down he goes. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Steelers. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Looking to throw on second down. Bradshaw. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Bradshaw, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Bradshaw. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McMahon. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw on second down. McMahon. There's Clark. He's got him again. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. contested shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up.
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw on second down. McMahon.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. McMahon. It's brought in by Jeffrey. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
From the gun on third down, McMahon. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Throwing on first down. Bradshaw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
To throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw. He'll complete this one to Swan. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On third down, Bradshaw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, McMahon. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down. Peyton. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. McMahon.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On 1st down, Bradshaw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Back to throw. Bradshaw. He's got the hook up to Miller.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you've got a heck of a tight end candidate.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Bradshaw.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the gun, Bradshaw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Boswell's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Hill, the intended receiver once again. But it's going to be second down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McMahon. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw on second down. McMahon. That is incomplete. The Bears on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. McMahon. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing on first down. McMahon.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Second and 10.
Throwing again. McMahon for Clark again, and this time he's got him. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Bears on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. They set up the screen to Peyton. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Gould is able to put it through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Bradshaw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000? What a phenomenal achievement. If he gets there, I have no reason to believe he won't.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Bradshaw completes it to Miller. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Boswell's kick is good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now the Bears down by 9. A minute 56 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
on first down. McMahon. This into the hands of Jeffrey. A gain of 6 there on first. Operating from the gun. McMahon. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. From the gun on third down, McMahon. And he will have the Bears first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. He'll drop this off to Peyton. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Pittsburgh,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.